What's up? What's up? What's up? Hello, 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 hello. Am I live? Am I live? Can y'all see me? I thought I was live 10 minutes ago. I was sitting here like, did I press the button? Okay. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Come on in. Come on in. They said, where is Michelle or AI Michelle, honey? Yes, Michelle is in the building. Come on in. Come on in. We've been waiting for these documents, honey. We have been waiting for these documents. We are here tonight to review the documents, the public records of Kandi Burruss and Todd Tucker. They are finally divorced. They have been issued a final decree in their divorce, and the order has been signed, and the settlement has been dropped. And you know your girl got the tea. But before I get into that, y'all get your popcorn, your sodas, your beverages, your libations, like this video, share it, and I will be here within right after this very brief introduction.
Get ready, because you about to be an ATLien.
Guess what being a blogger?
More than a blogger.
Guess what being a blogger?
You are more than I am more than
Guess what being a blogger?
all of is my son.
Okay, that shit is
I am more than a blogger.
The blog goddess, it's the blog goddess, it's the blog goddess, Michelle is here.
Yeah.
It's the blog goddess, it's the blog goddess, it's the blog goddess, Michelle is here.
Yeah.
All of is her son.
Yes.
All of
It's her son. Yes.
say all of
It's her son. Yes. Yes.
say all of is her son.
Like for real.
The blog goddess, the blog goddess, it's 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 the blog goddess, Michelle is here.
Yeah.
All of is her son.
Like for real.
Oh, we are here. Hey squad, how y'all doing? I am recording live on all of my platforms. I think I'm live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, yada yada yada. I think I even clicked. Is that LinkedIn? Lord, not my ex bosses and them about to be looking at me. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I work for myself. Okay. Shout out to the squad. I see y'all in here putting pink chats in pink hearts in the chat for Mama Brown. Please and thank you. That goes to Mama Brown and anyone who is going through the cancer, that big C journey. Okay, we are all survivors. You're a survivor. We're a survivor. Your friends, family, loved ones are survivors. If you do not know somebody with cancer, you will, honey. It touches each and every one of us. And listen, you need to go get your screenings done, your checks done annually. And if it runs in your family, do it a little bit more. Okay. So salute to all of y'all. I appreciate y'all for always being so cognizant and putting the pink hearts in the chat. That makes me feel so happy. I appreciate you. Yes, we are. You usually watch me on YouTube, friend. Hey, you over there on LinkedIn watching me? I don't know why. I don't know why. Why am I streaming on LinkedIn? I am so scared. Okay. You said you bet Kandi is upset with me. What's she upset with me for? What is she? Kandi need to be upset with the judge. Kandi need to be upset with Todd. Kandi don't need to be upset with me because I ain't had nothing to do with it. I didn't have nothing to do with it. But you know, I got a dilly dally before I get started. But before I get started, I wanted to touch on a few things first. Okay, first. Sora is going away. AI Michelle may be no more. Y'all heard that? The people say that they getting rid of Sora, and I'm like, why? What happened? Apparently, they can't afford it. They can't afford to keep it. Apparently, the people say that it. Hold on, let me tell you what the people say, child. Like this video as y'all get in here. OpenAI is shutting down Sora the Sora video app just a few months after it launched. Now I've been telling y'all to follow me on Sora. Everybody been following me over there on Sora. We be having us a good old time making videos over there on Sora. But apparently it says that because of its popularity, they can't keep it running. And I'm like, what? The AI about to go. Apparently, OpenAI said as we focus and the compute demand grows, according to the Sora research team. They say they continue to focus on world simulation research to advance robotics that will help people solve real world physical tasks. I guess they said, "Well, look, we tired of y'all pretending to be superheroes. We gonna make some real ones in real life." That's what Sora said. I'm really upset. The company added it needed to make trade-offs on products that have high compute costs. Y'all say that the AI drink up all the water and run all the electricity. But I think it was too popular. They said that more people was downloading Sora than they was downloading Chat GPT. They said Sora, AI's first standalone app after Chat GPT, rose to the top of the iPhone's App Store soon after its September launch. But copyright holders quickly raised concerns over use of their intellectual property and people's likenesses. Oh, they was doing Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, like any celebrity that was deceased. The people was using it. They had Kobe Bryant, they got Elvis and all the people, Marilyn Monroe child, everybody, anybody who is deceased, people was using their likeness. It says some critics said the app contributed to misinformation and AI slop. Now, I don't know if the app is contributing to AI slop. It's the other people. It's the other people contributing to the AI slop. You said you can't hear me. Why you can't hear me, girl? Why you can't hear me and the thing going? Press one if y'all can hear me, because I know. Listen, that's an agent of chaos. Because I'm looking at the thing go. Anyway, the Open AI had actually struck a deal recently with Disney this past December that allowed characters to be used in the AI videos. Okay. Now, a source familiar with the matter said the deal between Disney and OpenAI is no longer okay. It isn't proceeding given OpenAI's change in direction. Now, Disney said we respect OpenAI's decision to exit the video generation business and to shift its priorities elsewhere. They said in a statement to CNN, the company added that it will continue to engage with AI platforms to find new ways to meet fans. Now, it's interesting because the Sora people. Hold on, let me see if I can find my Sora. Sora ATLien. There go me right now. Okay, over here on the Sora, it say I can't even find it. It won't even let me find it. Oh, it say log in. I don't know what my login is. Oh Lord, it won't let me in. Okay, maybe they didn't shut it down already, child. If they didn't shut it down already, I'm ass out because I had all kind of cute little videos that I wanted to play for y'all. Hold on, I got this one and this one. Hold on. I got this one. I got this one right here. I got a whole bunch of videos that I wanted to. These I downloaded though. Hold on, let me see. All right, let's lay it down.
Hey y'all, it's Michelle, ATLien Brown.
Straight from the A, we gon' break it down.
We got the T, we got the talk with that southern sound.
Subscribe, stay around.
It's the ATLien Brown.
ATLien Brown, ATLien Brown. Straight from the
See, I done made my own little jingle over there. Okay. So I don't know what the other people be doing, but I be over there being productive. I be over there being productive. Hold on. I got another one right here. Hold on. What this one do? Did it play? Hold on. It ain't playing. Oh, Lord. It's the wrong. Look at this one.
ATLien live, straight from the A. Michelle Brown got something to say. News, culture, laughs, and the tea. Come on and ride with me. ATLien live, ATLien live. We keep it real, we keep it fly. Hit that subscribe, don't miss the vibe. It's ATLien live.
Yeah, they got me dancing and singing and dancing and singing and singing and dancing. So, I mean, a lot of people go over there and do things that are pro your business, but you could also go over there and be messy. I be messy too. Like I did Nene Leak's Tropical Rich commercial, my Tropical Rich commercial, and Nene had reposted it, and all the people over there trying to drag me for my Tropical Rich commercial. Hold on, let me go see Instagram Nene. Look. This is my Tropical Rich commercial.
I had to bring some of that tropical rich rum punch.
The thirst is
Smells
real.
amazing.
Nene did her thing with
Sunsets and
this.
good vibes.
Cheers, cheers,
Smooth, fruity,
cheers.
with a little.
You're really showing off now.
Just making sure you remember this sunset.
With this punch, hard to forget.
One more splash.
Don't mind if I do.
Here's to the good life.
And a little island in every sip.
The thirst is real.
Beach, and you already
The
know I
thirst
had
is
to.
real, honey. Y'all better go get that Nene Leaks Tropical Rich. Okay, I made me a commercial. Okay, I made me a commercial over there on Sora. I also, I'm real messy sometimes. Just like I did the Kenya Moore, the door is closed video, child, because I hadn't had time to go over there. I did me a Kenya Moore eviction video too. Hold on, look at this, look at this, look at this. Michelle Brown reporting live. They can't say I be stalking AI. Michelle be on the on the prowl, honey. Hold on, AI Michelle be on it.
Standing outside the Kenya Moore Hair Spa, where Fulton County Marshals have just arrived to enforce an eviction order. It's a busy midday scene. Boxes, bins, and garment bags are pouring out of the doors behind me. In this pile on the sidewalk,
I froze, y'all. Hold on. I'm still here. But y'all saw AI Michelle. AI Michelle was on the scene, honey. Hold on. Here she go one more time.
Standing outside the Kenya Moore Hair Spa, where Fulton County Marshals have just arrived to enforce an eviction order. It's a busy midday scene. Boxes, bins, and garment bags are pouring out of the doors behind me. In this pile on the sidewalk,
I thought this was the long version. That ain't the long version. Hold on. I gotta turn on the long version. Like this video as y'all get in here. Like this video. Now, in the long version, I actually had some people on the street that I was interviewing that was actually pretty hilarious. And it don't look like it had downloaded that part. It only downloaded the little part. Hold on while I reboot this computer. Talk amongst yourselves. I will be back in just a moment. I'm still here. I'm still here. Hold on, I'm almost back to. We are almost back. My pruder said, "Wait a minute, honey." They said they canceling Sora. They almost got to cancel me. They didn't put me on the thing and cut my stream off. Here I am, right here. Bam, bam, boom. Let me get in here like this. Okay, I'm back. Can y'all see me? Okay, I'm back. I didn't turn the thing off on the in the back and everything. So I had this second one that was a teensy bit longer. And in this second one, that was Kenya Moore Hair Spa. There was a little street interview that was hilarious, and I'm going to download it a bit later, but I wanted to show it to you guys. You only saw the first 9 seconds. It's actually
standing outside the Kenya Moore Hair Spa, where Fulton County Marshals order. It's a busy midday scene. Boxes, bins, and garment bags are pouring out of the doors behind me. In this pile on the sidewalk, a lot of folks have stopped to see what's going on. I want to bring in one of them. Hi there, what's your name?
I'm Nia. I work 2 doors down at the coffee shop.
And when you look at all this being carted out, what goes through your mind?
Honestly, it's wild. The place always stayed busy, so I didn't think something like this would happen.
Excuse me?
It's empty half the time. She acting like folks lined up around the block.
That's not true. I walk by every day, chairs stay full.
Ladies, let's keep it respectful. We can disagree without going at each other.
Saying what I see, and we appreciate.
I'm still here, y'all. I don't know what's going on with my damn speakers. Anywho, like this video, please. Thank you. I know y'all like my Sora videos, but Sora is going away, honey. It is going away. They done took it from us. They said they can't afford it no more. And because they can't afford it no more, y'all can't do it no more. And it was too popular. That's what it was. I think it was just too popular. hmm I think we was having too much fun. We was being a little bit too creative, and they was like, get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it. But the gag is, it'll be back. I mean, there are other AI videos to watch and view. You said can't find another platform. There are several other ones. There's one called, I think it's called VEO 3. Um there are several. So, we not too ass out, but we was liking Sora because it was easy. It was very, very easy. Like this video, please. Thank you. Like this video. I'm gonna give y'all a minute to like this video before I get into the tea and why I get this stuff together over here that's falling apart because I came on so late. Like this video. All right. Thank you for joining my TED Talk. Okay. And thank you so much for being here and being so patient. As we were talking about Kenya Moore's hair spa and Sora being gone, it seems that my video is just a reenactment of real life, because Kenya Moore, we told you she had been evicted, and I wanted to give y'all just a brief follow up about that. The people say that the landlord has actually obtained the premises. Okay. Meanwhile, Kenya is reportedly filming a show, allegedly, in the Dominican Republic somewhere. They had reported that last week, and Kenya been posting all these pictures in swimsuits and stuff as she is I guess filming this Tubi girls trip show that she is filming. And so Kenya posted this earlier today, as she was I guess in the pool. Somebody said it was AI. I don't know that it's AI, but there she go right there. Okay, there she is right there. And she looks amazing, but that face looks I don't know what that filter is, but that I don't what is this filter? Her and Claudia Jordan using the same filter, honey. But it is what it is. There is no more Kenya Moore hair spa, and the people have been complaining, especially in their Google reviews, because in one of the Google reviews, it actually said that Kenya is taking their money. Yeah, hold on, let me show you. It said that the website is still active despite it being closed for business. Okay. And this person left this Google review and left 3 photos proving that she actually did what she said she did. Hold on. Here it is right here. We're gonna show you the proof because I ain't y'all ain't gonna sue me. Hold on. It says Atia Bloom. She put her whole name in there, got her picture and everything. Child. Let me see what her picture look like. There she go right there. Atia Bloom. She says she is extremely disappointed. She said she booked an 8 o'clock appointment on Sunday and paid a deposit to secure the booking 2 days in advance. She received confirmation emails and appointment reminders via Gloss Genius, so everything appeared to be scheduled normally. The booking indicated my appointment was with Walter. Ooh. When I arrived for the appointment, no one was there. The spa was closed, lights was off, and the doors was locked. Even a closed sign was hanging. I attempted to contact the business immediately, but it was extremely confusing because 3 different email addresses are listed in different places. One of those email addresses bounced back. I tried reaching out through the available contact methods and received no response by phone or email. I waited outside for my scheduled appointment for 15 minutes before leaving. After leaving, I sent an additional message via Instagram. Child, she tried every which way. She went to Instagram, she went to the business site, she went to email, she tried to call, and she couldn't get nobody on the line at the Kenya Moore hair spot. She said she was requesting a refund of her deposit since the business did not show up for the scheduled service. And as of now, there has been no response or resolution. If deposits are required to book services, customers should at a minimum expect accurate contact information and basic communication when the business fails to show up for its own scheduled appointment. Beyond frustrating and most unprofessional experience, as a local to the area with limited free time, I just need my hair taken care of by trusted hands instead. Now, the people were saying that she was lying, but look, it got the same. That was the same look. There go them wigs that was there. I told you they had closed the curtains, but when I went by, them same wigs was there. That same clothes sign was there. Them chairs was in the same position, right there. Okay, and then let me see this other picture she got. Okay, she got the close sign. It say 3 o'clock. Remember when I was there, it had the close sign was 3 o'clock. I guess it's 3 o'clock in February that the salon will be open. And then she even gave the damn confirmation. She showed y'all the confirmation. It said just a reminder from Walter at Kenya Moore Hair Spa about your upcoming appointment. It was for 8 a.m. Sunday, March 15th. Okay. It was with Walter X. Now the people was like, who is Walter? Who is what? If they talking about Walter, Kenya's ex Walter? No, 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 no. There's another Walter. You said, does she have 4C hair? Listen, you already know how they are. They don't like to do that 4C hair. There's another Walter. I didn't even know this man was named Walter. Y'all remember the two hangers ons that was in Kenya's Moore's videos when she was saying that she was gonna pow me. Y'all remember them? One of them's name was Walter. Okay, one of them was back there calling me Gary Coleman and saying that I was a bullfrog and stuff. That was Gary. That was Gary. That was Walter, and the same Walter was actually up under my post. Hold on, was actually up under my post when I had went past that a couple of weeks ago. Y'all remember this video from a couple of weeks ago? The eviction watch. This was 314. The girl made her appointment, what, 310? Here go Walter right there. It's a 901 weave slayer. That's Walter. Say it's giving single black female and fatal attraction. Now I said, who is this? Who is this? This is Walter. This is the one who be doing Kenya hair. Yeah, that's him be doing everybody. That's him that was doing King. That's him right there. That was doing. Let me see that. That's him right there that was tucking her hair back and doing all that. That's Freedom right there doing her makeup, but that's Walter's hands, I guess, right there. And then I was just looking. I was like, I wonder if he got them people deposit and then give it to, like, who got the deposit? Then I'm going looking at his repost and stuff. And he had reposted Kenya Moore hair spot. I can't see it on here. This is my this is the on my desktop. On my phone, I can see that he had reposted that Kenya Moore was getting evicted. And I'm like, wait a minute, ain't you supposed to be her friend? Ain't you supposed to? I don't understand. But anyway, that's Walter. So where is the money, Walter? You need to give that lady her money. Okay, you said wigs don't count. Not the wigs don't count. But I just found it interesting because I didn't know, when I saw Walter, I'm like, Walter, isn't that the same Walter that called himself the weave slayer that's over there? And it was him, child, over there. Somebody taking the money. I don't know if it's him or if it's Kenya or what, but they need to get them people their money back. You said she can dispute it. Yeah, she can dispute it, but still, can you imagine if she's getting her money taken? Can you imagine how many other people probably getting their money stole? Because remember, Kenya had put a deposit on there because she claimed people was making fake appointments. Now people making appointments and paying deposits and don't know, ain't nobody there, and they closed, and she ain't even announced that they closed and they been evicted. I don't know. I think that's wrong. Same wrong that Kandi did when she closed all them restaurants and didn't tell nobody, but I'm digressing. I am digressing. Anyway, moving on. Like this video, please, and thank you. Like this video. We're gonna talk about what we came here to talk about in just a second. Y'all are here for the candy tea, I'm sure, and y'all know I have the actual receipts. Kandi and Todd's divorce, I told you the other day, was not final, okay? Because remember, people was reporting that it was final, it was over and done with. And I was like, not so fast, not so fast. Y'all know that Kandi is full of these shenanigans. She's full of these shenanigans. She did a whole interview with V103 talking about how I had wanted the divorce closed. I mean sealed, but it wasn't sealed because the other party didn't want it sealed. Well, apparently they came to some agreement, and now they went back to the judge in front of the judge Monday, and I told y'all about it. I told y'all that Kandi and Todd argued to seal it because they were being stalked. Okay, I don't know who they being stalked by, but they said they was being stalked. Kandi also said that the bloggers was popping up in the Zoom court. Okay, as if Zoom court isn't public. It's just like having court in the courthouse. Anybody can pop up in the courtroom, but it wasn't me. Okay, I told y'all about that too. Well, now everything has been settled. Everything has been closed. We got a final order and everything. Let's look at this final order, honey. And you know I got the settlement docs as well. Shout out to Kandi and Todd. They are super single now. Super single and ready to mingle. Hold on, let me put my straight from the A up, child, because y'all need to go pay for these documents y'all self, like I pay for my documents, honey. All right, here is the final order. Okay, let's look at it. Okay, we got Kandi and Todd's final order. It was filed at 3/24/26. That was today at 1:27, but it didn't hit the internet the late. I'm like, why we get a late order? In addition to this, there was also an order that was sealing the documents. Okay, and so this is one of the documents that wasn't sealed. Hold on, that's the parenting plan. I ain't even mean to pull that one up. Hold on, I'm pulling up too much stuff, chair. Motion to seal, blah, 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 blah. Hold on, I didn't send that one. I have 5 different documents to read, honey. 4 or 5 different documents. So here is the order to seal. Let me send this to myself. Like this video, please, and thank you. Like this video. And in this order to seal, Kandi and Todd actually asked the judge to seal, and the judge said, no, I'm not going to seal it. But what I will do is, dang, now I can't even pull it up, Lord. He said, what I will do, I'm just going to read it. Order to seal. Okay, it says confidentiality order and motion to seal was filed on March 23rd. Petitioner Kayla Niece Tucker appeared, presented by Adama McKinnon, and respondent T. Jermaine Tucker appeared, represented by Randall M. Kessler and Aisha Howard James of Kessler and Somney. Upon consideration of the Uniform Superior Court Rule 21, the record, the evidence presented, the arguments of the counsel, the consent order submitted by the parties, and other applicable law, the court hereby grants in part and denies in part petitioner's motion to seal as follows. Now, the court finds that the parties are public figures. And disclosure of detailed information regarding the parties' whereabouts, schedules, and routines potentially threatens their privacy and physical safety of the parties of the minor children, which outweigh the public interest in access of this information. Okay, so accordingly, the court finds that limited redaction of the parenting plan is appropriate as to Section 3, Section A regarding exchange of the children, blah, 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 blah. So he said, okay, we'll seal some of that, but not all of that. Then they go on to say, hold on, where is my documents, child? They go on to say that as related to child support addendum and the child support worksheet, the court finds the privacy of the parties does not outweigh the public interest with respect to the financial information contained in the child support worksheet and the child support addendum. Therefore, those documents shall not be redacted. So as far as the child support, we got the child support documents and we know what the child support is. Okay. Now they also says the court finds a limited redaction of the settlement agreement is appropriate as the paragraph 10 A, B, C, and E solely with respect of the listed addresses as disclosure of each information presents security concerns that outweigh the public interest. And those portions shall be sealed for a period of 25 years, blah, 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 blah. So the judge actually, they went ahead and posted everything. We got the final order, we got the settlement order, we got the parenting order, we got all of the things, we got the child support order, we got the what else we got? We got the settlement agreement, and we have the final judgment and decree. Now, in the final judgment and decree, which I will show you right here, in the final judgment and decree, we can now say that Kandi and Todd are now divorced. Okay. Now, originally, remember when I told y'all it hadn't been done yet. So as of March 24th at 1:27 p.m., there is a final judgment of decree in the divorce. Now it says, upon consideration of the case and upon evidence submitted, blah, 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 blah. It is considered, ordered, and decreed by the court that this marriage contract heretofore entered between the parties to this case from and after this date be and set aside is fully dissolved. Okay. As of March 24th. Okay. So all the people that was reporting it before March 24th, it was poppycock. It wasn't true. Okay. I told y'all it wasn't true. And here's the proof. Okay. So as of March 24th, Kandi and Todd are no longer married. It has been signed by the judge and it has been ordered. Now, all of the things that were discussed as far as the settlement agreement, honey, Kandi told y'all it was a lie. Kandi said, Todd did not get no $2 million. Y'all remember Kandi said that? And I said, well, he probably got more than that. Well, for those of you who want to know what he actually got, hold on, I'm going to pull it up. We're going to pull up this settlement agreement and we're going to look at it and see for ourselves. So, so this a whole lot of this is a whole lot. I'm just gonna show you. Like this video, please, and thank you. Like this video. So here is the settlement agreement. Okay. And as you can see, some of it has been redacted. There's a lot of it that has been redacted. They were talking about the insurance, the custody, the parenting plan, and all of that. I actually have noted exactly what each person gets and how much and what. What I did find is that Todd Tucker came out with a bunch of lump sum payments. Okay. And so one of the things that was interesting in this settlement agreement was that, remember when I told you that Kandi allegedly closed the OLG and that Todd was like, oh, I'm about to go hard on the OLG. And then a week later it was shut down. Well, apparently Kandi had to pay Todd $91,111.23 for an OLG lease that I guess he had paid up front or something. But so that credit was applied to the husband. So Kandi had to pay him that. There was also something called an equalization amount, which, apparently was in their account versus what Todd is walking away with. And that was $517,000. Yeah, $517,000 and $517,000 exactly. And so you add all of that together. Okay. There was a lot going on in this. So Kandi has to pay $250,000 up front within 5 days. Okay. Also, she has within 90 days to pay $176,000, $388.77 within 90 days. Now she cut $250,000 check, honey. So I guess 250,000 is pretty good. Also, there are vehicles to consider. Okay, so Kandi and Todd's vehicles that they walked away with. Now, they had a lot of cars. I'm like, they had a whole used car lot over there. So Kandi got to keep the 2022 Bentley, the Cadillac Escalade, the Ford F-150, the Porsche Cayenne, and a 1963 Camaro. Okay. Todd, on the other hand, got to keep a Mercedes G-Wagon, a Porsche 911, a Range Rover, a Ford Bronco, a Lincoln, and a Sprinter van. I'm like, Todd why y'all got all these cars? They had about 10, 12 cars. Child. How many cars is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They had 11 cars. Okay. They said they split luxury. They split these luxury fleets like a dealership, honey. She got that and he got that. Kandi got most of the American made, but Todd got the Mercedes, the Porsche. Which Kandi got a little Porsche, the Porsche Cayenne. But anyway, real estate will be divided between the two. Okay. It doesn't mention what properties. That's one of the things that was blanked out. Let me see if I can scroll to that. That's one of the things that was blanked out because I told y'all that I had heard that Todd had got a house, honey. And so one of the things that was redacted was the properties. Okay. And apparently when it comes to the properties, there go the vehicles right there and what Kandi gets and what Todd gets. Okay. It says let me see, I'm still going. Oh, they also had a food truck. They said the parties agreed that the food truck shall be sold and the parties shall cooperate in good faith to market and sell the food truck at a commercially reasonable price. What y'all doing with a food truck? Anyway, so this is where, remember I told you that I had heard Todd had got a house. Okay. And so they actually blanked it out and it said properties are awarded to Miss Tucker. Miss Tucker shall retain her sole and separate property, all right, title, and interest in the following real estate properties, free and clear of any claim by Mr. Tucker, except as otherwise expressly provided herein. They blacked it out. Now, Todd's the same way. Mr. Tucker shall retain his sole and separate property and interest in the following real estate. And so they blocked that out. And so as you can see, there's the Kandi got that, and then Todd got two. Number one and number two. Okay. Number one of them might be Jersey, and number two is probably the one in Atlanta somewhere. Okay. So it was interesting that it also says vacating a property. Respondent shall vacate the commercial property located at blah 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 within 10 business days of the execution of the settlement agreement. I'm assuming that that's the property that Todd was in doing viewings in the basement, the Peter Street location. It said respondent shall further vacate the guest house located at blah 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 within 15 days of the execution of the parenting plan. So hold on, I'm reading, child. We is reading together. So I got my little notes right here. So the properties are divided between both. Okay. Some property details are blacked out and redacted. Okay. And remember, I told you what I had heard that Todd had got a house, that wanted a house, and that's the house that he's going to be renovating. So remember when he showed his house in Jersey and he was like, this is what I did, and I had renovated this, and just wait, my house in Atlanta gonna be fire too. Remember these. I told y'all to bookmark these things that I be telling y'all now. Also alimony. Now, both waived alimony permanently. So there's no spousal support, no monthly check, no safety net for either one of them. Now, the interesting part of this is, you said she can have that old ass house. Y'all so funny. The interesting part of this is when I start seeing this money, I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all said Kandi was rich. Honey, me and Kandi making the same amount of money according to this. I don't know. It says, as far as the assets, each of them will keep their own accounts, their own businesses, their own investments, and their own retirement. Okay, so whatever they had split up, they gonna keep split up. Now, the child support details are what's interesting. So apparently, according to Kandi and Todd, this is what they wanted to the public. Both Kandi and Todd make the same amount of money. Okay. Both Kandi and Todd make the same amount of money. They say Kandi makes $22,083 a month and Todd makes $22,083 a month. Okay. According to the settlement. Y'all get mad at me. Y'all want to. That's in the court documents. Okay. Hold on. Let me pull that part up. Hold on. Quick thing, transfers, mortgages. Hold on. Joint business assets. Joint properties. Oh, wait. They talking about their membership. They wait, they talked about the Hawks. Hold on, I'm still getting to the loans, honey. Child, this a mess. Hold on, I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling. Hold on. It's 15 pages. Hold on, what page is that on? I don't know what page that on. Let me go back up. Okay. So apparently in the documents, it says that wait, they got membership points, the mortgage, quick claim deed. There it is right now. Equalization and okay, there it is right there. So these are what they claim to have made. These are all dollar amounts. And I know it's confusing right here, but I had kind of like got it and hold on, I'll put it up here for you guys. So as you can see, equalization payment. The parties agreed that an equalization payment in the fixed amount of $517,000, 500 and no dollars, $517,500 is necessary to effectuate an equitable division of the real property awarded herein. The parties further expressly acknowledge and agree that Mr. Tucker's $91,111.23 share of the OLG to lease termination fee as set forth. Remember, I just told you about that. Shall be credited against and deducted from the total equalization payment owed by Ms. Tucker, such that Ms. Tucker, the petitioner, shall owe a net equalization payment of $426,000, $388.77. Now, Ms. Tucker shall remit an initial payment of $250,000 towards the equalization period within 5 days of the settlement agreement. So Todd about to get a check within 5 days, and then the remaining balance. And now the income, their amounts. This came from the child support. Hold on, I gotta pull that one up. This came from the child support. In the child support order, it's actually showing the of what they made. Here it is, right here. And in this document, it is claiming that they both make the same amount per month. Hold on, let me remove that one. I know y'all be mad at me. That's okay. Stay mad. Child support order is here. Now let me share it here. So child support. Okay, there it is. Gross income. Okay, y'all see that right there. Mother's gross monthly income is approximately $22,083.33. The defendant's gross monthly income is approximately $22,083.33. So according to Kandi and Todd and their attorneys and what they want y'all to know, they both make the same amount of money. Okay, so y'all can quit calling Todd a deadbeat. They both make the same amount of money. Now, you know they have 2 kids, okay? Now, as far as the child support and all of that is concerned, it was interesting the way they split it up. Okay, remember Todd was basically threatening that he wanted full custody of the kids. Well, that didn't happen. In fact, neither one will get child support. Okay, neither person will get child support. They're saying that no child support because they make the same amount of money and they're gonna split the kids evenly. Okay, they're getting joint physical custody, joint legal custody, equal parenting time, 50-50. So they have agreed to get 50-50. Now, as far as medical bills, the mother is gonna pay the insurance. Okay, the mother is paying the insurance, but they're both gonna split 50-50 the medical, dental, and vision. School costs, if they go to private school, the mother will pay 100% of the tuition if they go to private school. So Todd's saying they can go to public school. I ain't got to pay nothing. They both will split supplies and require expenses. Now, extracurricular activities are split 50-50 if they are agreed. The support is until the child turns 18 or finishes high school. Okay. Now, what's not public information is that some documents were filed under seal, and that includes the asset valuations and full financial disclosures. So Kandi may be worth more, but she's saying in these documents that she and Todd make the same amount. So if she giving Todd $22,000 a month and she make $22,000 a month and they agree that's what it is, that's what it is. Okay. She might be giving him that. We don't know. Okay. Um, but those are the numbers that we have. Now, is the divorce final? Absolutely. And yes, there was a payout. Now, again, like I said, Kandi paid Todd $426,000 that we know of. She also gave him 6 or 7 high-priced luxury vehicles. Also, hold on. Let me take myself down. Also, as I said before, $250K is due immediately within 5 days, and the remaining balance is due within 90 days. There's no alimony, no child support, and they have the same income. Now, would you pay $426,000 to split everything 50-50? Y'all let me know. Do you think that Kandi came out a winner chicken dinner? Because Kandi was quick to tell y'all she didn't give up no $2 million. Okay, Kandi, I would have let y'all believe that at this point, because Kandi saying, I didn't give $2 million, but I gave a house, allegedly. I gave 8 cars and a house, and and some money and a lump sum cash payment, because cash is king. Okay. You saying she won? Okay. Yeah, to get that fool away from me. Okay, all right, okay. Well, Todd seems to be happy. Okay. And again, because they went to the court demanding that a lot of it is sealed, it's giving me that, it's a lot hidden as well. I found out, as far as with prenups, that's a whole different contract. So all of this is outside of the prenup. So for all we know, the prenup may have said he got half of all the money, and this is what it is. So there's no mention of the prenup in this. Okay, and we're gonna finish looking at it. Hold on. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think I have gone through pretty much everything. I could keep going through the settlement, because in the settlement, it was also interesting that they mentioned that Hawk Suite. I'm gonna see what it said. Hold on, we're gonna see what the settlement says. Is it child support? No, that's not it. Settlement agreement. Okay. Open. So in this settlement agreement, it was also saying that hold on. Mortgages. Each party shall be solely responsible for the timely payment of any mortgage, debt, or lien associated with any real or personal property awarded to their property. So apparently there's there might be a mortgage or something on one or 2 properties. We don't know, because they redacted what those properties were. It also says within 30 days of the entry of the final judgment and decree of divorce, each party shall take all steps necessary to remove the other party's name from any mortgage, note, loan, line of credit, or other debt obligation associated with the property retained by that party. That's pretty much giving you the tea that there was some property exchange right there, and they probably had a mortgage on it or something. Who knows? Or maybe the Kandi's house has a mortgage, or maybe Todd's other house has a mortgage, but there was some mortgages associated where they both were joint parties on the mortgage, and they're saying that within 90 days they need to take their name off the mortgage. Okay. Those are their joint business assets. That's been redacted. Okay. All of that's been redacted upon request. Okay. And it's signed by Kandi and Todd. Okay. There go all the joint business ventures. Now, here go some other joint properties. Their American Express membership rewards points. Remember when Gail Lewis was arguing? They was arguing over they rewards points too. It's interesting. Okay. The party shall equally divide all of their American Express rewards points. And them points are, listen, them points are important. Okay, if I'm using my platinum and you using your platinum, and we got billions of points, honey, we gonna have to split that. You can't just walk away with it. Now, the party in possession and control of the applicable account shall cooperate fully in good faith. You know that's for Kandi. Shall cooperate fully and in good faith in effectively implementing any required transfers or redemptions necessary to accomplish an equal division of such points in accordance with the policies of American Express. Now, for all we know, them damn points might be worth $100,000. We don't know. Okay. Now, also it says, look, remember I told you it said Mr. Tucker, as far as the Atlanta Hawks is concerned, Mr. Tucker has remitted payment to Miss Tucker in the amount of $38,000 to satisfy the fee balance for the 25-26 season. I told you Todd wanted them damn Hawks tickets. So Todd took $38,000 out of the $400,000 that she giving him to get their Hawks suite. Okay, remember I told you they was arguing over that damn Hawks suite? Y'all thought I was lying. It says petitioner will sell responded the tickets to half of the games for each season, including any preseason playoff games, divisional series, and conference finals, until he is able to acquire his own contract from the Atlanta Hawks organization for the stated contractual cost. The payments from the Atlanta Hawks fees are traditionally assessed during the month of March, long before the season starts. Therefore, petitioner shall issue an invoice to the respondent on the first of the calendar month. The respondent shall pay the petitioner by Zelle, wire transfer, or credit card. So, Kandi's like, you can have them, but you got to pay me for them. Okay. It says additionally, respondent must make a good faith effort to require his own contract from the Hawks during this period. If respondent fails to accept or make said purchase of his own contract, if offered, he will forfeit his arrangement as to the right to purchase and access petitioner season tickets. Okay, and they said, I got my season tickets. It don't matter if I go or not. You can't have mine. Okay, you can have them for this year, but not for next year. Okay, you need to get your own. Okay. Then they got specifications of games and stuff for teams that Atlanta plays twice in the season. The party shall divide those games equally. Yada 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 yada. So they was arguing over these damn Hawks tickets. That was the one thing that he was hell bent about. Okay. Now, as far as the Falcons, it says Miss Tucker shall retain the Atlanta Falcons tickets free and clear of any claim by Mr. Tucker. Todd said, I don't want them damn Falcons tickets. Okay. What else, child? Any other property, yada yada, personal property, jewelry, they can keep them. Oh, it said they got a lot of debt, honey. Each party shall be solely responsible for one small business loan, SBA loan. Ms. Tucker shall be responsible for an SBA loan with a current balance of $148,647.26. And Mr. Tucker shall be responsible for the SBA loan with a current balance of $148,000. So they split that because they both have the same amount. Each party shall satisfy the full amount of the SBA loan assigned to him or her within 12 months of the entry. Child, that's a lot of money, child. Y'all got to pay all them damn loans off. Individual debts, except as otherwise expressly provided herein, each party shall retain and solely be responsible for any and all debts, liabilities, obligations. Subsequent debts, except as y'all debts are y'all debts, and after we get divorced, my debt is my debt, and your debt is your debt. Any lien which has not been disclosed to the other party shall be the sole responsibility of the party. So all of this is just basic 1-2-1-2. And then apparently they got their taxes in here too, child. They said that they need to file their own taxes, okay, and whatever they owe from last year or the year before or whatever. It's a wrap because they claiming that they are up to date on their taxes. So whatever's after that is fully on each other. It says what else, honey? It is expressly understood that the parties that neither Adama or Randall Kessler and them hold themselves as being tax experts. Okay, so basically they saying we ain't telling you how to handle your taxes now. You got to go talk to an accountant. But whatever you do, you better do it. Okay. And there's that. Both petitioner and respondents each agree they will pay and be responsible for their own attorney's fees. Okay. What else, honey? And that's it. So yeah, what else I say? Hold harmless wife to accept, providing second wife shall pay and hold husband harmless for any claims, debt, liabilities, obligations of any nature whatsoever, contingent or otherwise. All right. So it is what it is. So yeah. So now we know that $2 million was a lie. Okay. Now we know that that hold on, where's my thing? Now we know that Kandi don't have as much money as they say she have, and there ain't nothing wrong with it. Now we know that Kandi cut a check. Okay, you said Kandi just need to stay single. How you gonna tell somebody they need to stay single? Kandi need to marry within her income bracket. So next time she won't have to cut no checks. She won't have to give away no cars. She won't have to separate no debt. That's what I think. I'm putting a link in for anybody who wants to call and chime in on this issue. Okay. It's interesting. It's very, very interesting what's not said. It's very interesting in what's been redacted. Because remember what I told you, what you trying to hide? How many $1 million properties did you give up? Okay. You said maybe a $2 million asset is what Ty got. Okay. Maybe. We don't know. We don't know. Hold on. We have someone in the back. Oh Lord, we got the Wiley show. Hey Wiley, how you doing?
Hey, I love your coverage of Kandi and Todd, but I just have to say she just needs to stay single. Don't get married. Look at Oprah. Oprah gave the blueprint to protect my coins. I'm just gonna have a boyfriend.
Hold on a second. Hold on, Wiley. Hold on. For some reason, I can't hear you. Okay, now I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
To protect my coins, I'm just gonna have a boyfriend. Kandi just need to stay single. Just have a boyfriend. Because when you get married and come after your coins, close your legs, don't have no more children. Because again, she's a failed mother. She provides financially.
No, nobody's a failed parent. They both agreed that they were both great parents. Wiley, don't come over here doing this to me. Don't come over here doing this to me. We ain't gonna do that.
Okay, she's a good mother, but she have a bad taste in men.
She might be an absentee mother.
She is an absentee mother because she's a workaholic, and that's okay because you according to the finance she need to work. But I'm just saying, just stay single. Look at Oprah. She kept her billions protected. She been with Stedman since the 80s. I'm just saying, don't get married because these men just want to come up and tie. And
shout out to Kandi. Let's not forget about Portia and Simon.
The same thing with Portia and Simon. The same thing with Portia and the other man she was with. She can't keep a husband because again, everybody want to come up. Again, marriage is a business, and I feel like if you're not going to be in it long term, don't do it. I'm just tired of these people getting married for a couple of years and getting divorced. Like, this is pathetic.
Okay, so now people are saying that Kandi is a working mother. She's like a single mother. She just like everybody, the single mothers who go to work and then they 9 to 5 every day and pick up their kids from school. That's what Kandi is now. That's what everybody's saying.
Yeah, but they said Oprah is not in touch with this generation. But yes, she is. She did it the right way. It's smart. Why get married? I guarantee you, Oprah admitted, she said, if I would have got married, we would have been divorced a long time ago. I'm just saying how to protect the coin so you don't have to have these issues. Just stay single. And then, have a drive-by.
I mean, they was in a marriage for 10 years now. You can't say, like, their union did spark some fruits. You remember they was turning.
That was longer, but they had failed restaurants. The restaurants were filthy and all that. But again, but
they had successful talk shows. I mean, successful shows on the restaurant. They had successful spin-offs.
But that show they had on the restaurant only lasted one season. The one with the old lady gang, they only lasted one season. So that wasn't a success.
Well, all her spinoffs only last for one season, but she had multiple.
She had multiple shows that didn't last. None of them shows lasted 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons. It lasted maybe 1, at best, probably 2.
You just came to read. You don't think that?
No, I'm just saying we will be factual here. It didn't like she had a show and like it lasted for 10 seasons. It lasted for a couple of seasons. And Kandi is boring. I'm just saying she can't sing. I don't know who's buying her concert tickets because again, she cannot sing.
So you're not going to her one-woman show?
She's a good writer. I give her that. But baby, them vocals, back in the day, it was doable. Now it's just horrible.
Okay.
I'm just giving she's just a person that cannot sing.
Well, I appreciate your input.
But I'm just happy. Like for you still do your drive-by. You don't want to get married because you got to protect your bag. Because Michelle, you got coins, and a man might see that and be like, "Oh, let me marry her."
For 10 years too.
See, yeah, but you learned your lesson. But you didn't get married again.
I ain't had no kids.
And you made a good choice. So I said your Tasha K interview, it was good. I did a whole breakdown of it. I said, look at Michelle ATLien, you did really good.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
You dragged Funky Naive. I said, you really, really kept the same energy. I said, go ahead.
She
I'm
ain't
sorry.
clipped that part yet. I don't even remember what I said.
Well, you said the same thing that you've been saying for years, but it's funny because you was a property owner. You opened your property up to this person as the goodness of your heart. Didn't do enough background. Didn't see if he snorted some up his nose. You said, "Yo, you my friend, come live in my property." And you did cry. I felt bad for you, but you have every right to talk about it because if you mess up my property, I'm gonna talk about you forever.
I always talk about that.
And I love how you invested your coins into property. I wish you would do a class about that because a lot of people make the money on YouTube, but they don't invest it. And you really showed the blueprint of that. So I
talk
just
about
want
it
to
on
give.
Patreon sometimes. When people ask, I'll talk about it, but I'm not like a financial advisor, so I don't want to like give unsolicited advice. You know what I'm saying?
But you
What
need to
works
give
for
it to
me might
Kandi
not
too
work for you.
because again, I'm looking at her finances. But I heard she had like 300 million. What happened to all the millions she had?
Who had 300 million?
I mean, like 100 million. Like on Google, it said like her net worth is like.
Kandi was worth 30 million.
I mean, 30 million. Like what
I
happened to all
never
the?
thought that was worth 30 million. I mean, she may have that in property. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what Kandi got in the bank.
Well,
Okay,
ask Nene. Nene,
Kandi's
your
brand.
friend, maybe Nene can tell you.
Kandi's. I'm not gonna pull Nene in this. Kandi's brand has always been that she's rich. That don't mean that she's really rich. You know what I'm saying? She
Oh, I
marketed
see. Yeah,
herself
you're
as
right.
being. Yeah.
Because I feel like if you working that hard, how are you so rich? You doing all these shows and stuff like that. When are you supposed to enjoy your riches? You understand?
I said the same thing, Wiley.
You got to enjoy it. I don't want to keep working once I reach a certain threshold. I want to enjoy
I
my money.
don't like to work now.
That's true. I agree. But you do this for fun. You do YouTube for fun.
It is what it is. I like to contribute to the culture,
And you do it so well. And I miss your website. I miss you doing your website too. But
oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Because you used to go in on these celebrities. And this was before Chat GPT.
I did.
Yeah. But no, your breakdown of Kandi was on point. You had the documents. So you was one of the bloggers that was in the courtroom on Zoom.
I was not.
Oh, okay. Because she said there was some bloggers there. I said, oh,
yeah,
look at
it
Michelle.
was that other some.
So it wasn't you. So you wasn't in the Zoom getting the tea.
I was not in the Zoom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I do feel.
Called me out, but yeah, I wasn't in the Zoom. I actually did a video about it. The person that was in the Zoom filed a document with the court, with the judge, a Rule 22, which was a motion to allow broadcast television cameras in the courtroom. And when the judge called on that person to ask them to clarify what exactly they wanted to do, the person was stuttering and didn't know nothing. And so the judge dismissed it. So that blogger actually looked a fool in the courtroom. That's what Kandi should tell y'all.
But I'm glad you giving us the tea about it. I wish she was in the courtroom, but it's good. She kept her money. She get to keep what she brought to the table. Ty get to keep what brought to the table. So I want to ask you a question. All her restaurants shut down?
Yes.
Wow, that's sad.
The last one that was open was East Point, and apparently she shut that one down in spite, and that's why Ty had to pay her.
Ty had to get his money. Yeah, I feel sad because I wanted to go to one of her restaurants, but they said the food was cold and it was a filthy restaurant. She was getting bad health reviews, allegedly, But hey, are you going to her one woman show? I just want to know. I want to ask you that before I go. I want to know is you going to go to her show and review it?
No, it's sold out anyway. No, but I wouldn't go. No.
I don't know who was these fans.
I know some people there.
Okay, I'm surprised you won't go and give us a review. But can she sing? Is she a good vocalist to you? Do you when the last time you listened?
She has a good tone.
No, she ain't got no good tone. That tone is tied loose and no. I'm sorry, Kandi can't. Like I love her as a writer, as an actress on The Shy, but her singing, that's over.
Okay. So
she needs to stop singing. Just like what was that, Donnie?
You came in here
like
saying
that Donnie woman. She had her 80s still trying to sing. She can't sing either. She needs to stop.
Well, Wally, I appreciate you calling in. And
I'm just. I know they calling me a hater, but come on now, them vocals is over. Like back in the day, she had a little note. Now it's pathetic. But I don't want to get you in trouble. But I won't be at the.
You get me in trouble because I'm gonna say how I feel anyway. You ain't gonna get me in trouble.
Thank you for bringing me on.
I see Kandi all the time. Be like, hey, girl.
And don't get me wrong, she's beautiful and she's an amazing actress. I love her on The Shy. Like her on The Shy, I'm like she can act. But singing, I don't want to see her try. Them vocals is that gospel record is terrible.
Mm. All right. Well, I appreciate
Okay,
you, Ollie. Y'all go
love you.
support the
Thank you,
Wiley show.
sis.
Bye. LaShoya, I see you in the back, friend. Your device is not connected. Hang up and call back. Hang up and call back, friend. What do y'all think about this divorce situation and it's finally being final and the amounts? Are y'all shocked at the amount? Are y'all shocked to learn that Kandi and Todd make the same amount of money allegedly? Are y'all shocked that they split all of these costs? Are y'all shocked that Kandi let Todd have all them cars? Are y'all shocked? Let me know what you think. You saying Kandi won? Well, was it really a battle of who won and who lost? At the end of the day, it was a relationship that was breaking up. At the end of the day, it's a family that's no longer a family. What are you talking about? She won. Hey, M Lackey, how you doing, friend?
Hey Michelle, how you doing?
I'm good.
I'm all right. Just getting off of work, having me a little snack. But I just wanted to say that we are gonna be shocked to find out. First of all, let me just say I love Kandi. I love Todd. I'm not hating, but Kandi don't have the money that everybody thinks she got. I mean, I
I say
wish we
that all the
just
time, but y'all
start.
drag me for it. I don't know why though.
Kandi is not Kandi. Okay, first of all, when she set up there on that stage, I can take care of everybody in here if I want to. She really did something bad to herself then. Because now everybody's wondering, can you really? And you can't, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And also the thing is that Todd deserves something. He is always there. He's a stand-up man. He's always there for those kids.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like I said, I got a house. That's all I know. I don't know how much the house was worth. Yeah.
give him a house.
I
Give
got
him
a
a house.
bag.
'Cause she ain't got time for them damn kids. Give him a house. What's the point in making all that money when you don't you got so much stuff to do when you can't be bothered with them? And now, if you notice now, all of a sudden she's showing them on every platform, and now she's doing what Todd does.
Yeah.
She's doing the Todd.
Yeah.
She's. But I just want to say that Kandi is not as rich as we think she is. I'm just gonna put it out there. I mean,
Okay.
I'm just gonna put it out there. She probably was, but her wallet took a huge hit. When
Mm.
you lose a job. I mean, that was
Well, she
something
gonna make it
major.
back. She gonna do all these one woman shows. She gonna tour. She gonna do Broadway. She'll make it back.
Well, we'll see about that. I don't think so. I don't think Broadway is as big as she's making it out to be.
Oh,
And I think that if you look at her new cover, I don't, or something like that. The budget was very low on that as well.
oh.
Um, the proof is there. I mean, all you gotta do is pay attention. I don't think so. I think it's time for Candy to like try to take a back seat and raise her kids. Um, it comes a time we all have to just sit down and
I
just,
mean, she'll
I
be around. We'll see what happens in the near future. Thank you for
okay,
calling.
Michelle. All right, bye bye.
Bye. Hello. Hello.
Hey, Michelle.
Hey, Donovan. I know I'm echoing a little bit. My speaker not
Hello.
working. How you doing?
I think I'm muted. I can't hear
Huh?
you. Hello.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh no, that's terrible. Anyway,
You can't
Todd
hear me?
won. Great for them. That's all I had to say. And I like your green shirt. Yeah.
Todd won. Hello?
I'm the worst fucking computer
You
person
can't
ever.
hear me? Lord. I don't know what's going on. I can hear. Hello.
Hello?
Hey, Katie.
He worse than me with this computer stuff.
Everything bad today. My computer is just all over the place. The speaker. How you doing?
I'm okay. How you doing, beautiful?
I'm good. Thank you for asking.
Michelle.
Yeah, ma'am.
Karma is a bad dude.
Ooh. I think so.
Woo, karma is a bad dude. You got to be careful what you put out in this world and who you step across to get to where you think you at. You get what I'm saying?
What you trying to say?
What I'm saying is her having Kenya Moore on there and them doing that behind the scene, what they was going to talk about Nene on.
Uh-huh.
Now look at you. Her going after them going after Nene when her husband died. Now you going through something you want privacy. Ain't that something how people want privacy when it's them, but they don't really care when it's somebody else?
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Kenya want privacy. Kandi want privacy. Y'all ain't getting nobody else none. And I told you that this woman ain't have all of what she said she had. Because if you could take care of everybody, every MF person out here, all you got is $22,000 a month. And that's not no little bit of money. Like, that's good money. Mm-hmm. But that ain't rich. Mm-hmm. So she and before I forget this part, she really is kicking herself after seeing Nene with Phaedra making that commercial. Ooh. That really got to be got her in a chokehold. Her seeing Nene with Phaedra Parks, the person she can't stand, her and Nene chummy together. I love it, Michelle. I love it. Look at her now. You on the outs. You and Kenya, and them two is back in the mix. Oh. Got to be a hard do. That's all I'm gonna say. Karma
about Kenya's allegedly taking the money.
Huh?
What you think about Kenya's hair spa still accepting deposits for services?
Well, you know that girl is a fraud all over the place, and allegedly, because I'm on your show, allegedly. But allegedly, she fooling with a bunch of scammers. So even if she didn't do it by proxy, you let them use your name and sitting up in your shop, so they're affiliated with you. So you still the cause of the effect. Am I right?
You're right.
Like, she got these people in there in her shop talking about they doing this and doing that, and they doing her hair when they was doing it, actually. And now somebody named Walter taking money. It's still on Kenya.
Walter was the one who was there doing her hair when she had the red wig on. That was him.
And talking crap about you.
Ain't that crazy?
Now here go some other people in the LMNP situation that's scamming. That's crazy.
They all get caught, don't they?
All the scammers get caught. And they love to be on live. What is really going on?
Send them people their money back.
If you the biggest scammer in the world, why you want your face plastered all over the TV? You should be hiding somewhere.
That's easy money too, isn't it?
I don't understand. I'm from the old school where you didn't talk on the phone. You didn't take people numbers down. If you was doing dirt like that, you wasn't posting it up. Like, you was doing dirt behind the scene. These people was out loud doing all of this craziness and act like people done forgot it.
Yep.
Like, we see y'all in 4K.
Well, you see Todd out there looking mighty happy. He don't look miserable, that's for sure.
He ain't got nobody weighing him down. Listen, Michelle, I'm not no Kandi hater, but I'm going to call this right down the middle. I got 2 kids of my own, okay?
Uh-huh.
I'm not in their business like that.
Wait, this was Todd posted. Hold on, what he say?
If you have the opportunity to play this game of life, you need to appreciate every moment A lot of people don't appreciate that moment.
Oh, so Todd is in celebratory mode.
Yeah, and I got to.
It doesn't mean he's broken.
I got to think that with how they treated his mama, I got to think that he never really got over that because I wouldn't have been able to get over that.
He's saying his trust isn't changed. Look, he's saying, "Okay, Todd, we see you." Not him snapping back into reality and remembering who he is. Todd said he got this check and he got all his cars.
They were smothering him, Michelle. They were smothering him.
Hawks game right there. Look.
Can you imagine being in a family where you doing everything and everybody else taking all the credit and weeping all the benefits and saying you don't do nothing? It was a whole group of them that was bashing that man.
You're right.
So when people, it's like they're not looking at both sides of this. Like everything, carrying the luggage, coming up with the businesses for them to do, figuring out how to get the kids on the commercials and all, making the movie. He had a whole pocketbook full of ideas. Kandi wasn't doing all that before then. I wish her well. But you got the who was that he's standing next to?
Angela Simmons.
That's crazy.
It is. Well, I appreciate you, Katie. Thank you for chiming in. Always a pleasure.
You know I love you, Michelle.
Love you more.
All right. Kick me off.
Shout out to Katie, honey. Katie be doing all the business. And if I'm echoing, I'm sorry because my speaker went out and I got one speaker on my computer and it seems like I hear myself. But hold on. We got one more person in here. Hey, Nikki B.
Hey, good evening, Michelle. Good evening, squad. How's everyone doing?
Good evening. How you doing?
I am at work.
Uh-oh. Don't get in trouble.
No, look, I'm a nurse. I'm the charge nurse. Tonight's my last night. I'm in the back closet just relaxing before it's time to get out of here at 7 o'clock in the morning. But I called in to say, so here's my question for you, and maybe you can answer this tonight. So if she closed all the restaurants, and I know Todd had to pay her, or she's having to pay Todd for the restaurant, but is he going to be able to use the old lady gang name again?
That's interesting. I don't know. I don't know if he would want to. You think he would want to?
I don't know if he would want to, just because of the simple fact, like, I think he did that name more so because it was like her and her family, and it was their the aunts and the mom's recipes and everything. So I don't think he would want to use it in that aspect. But then I also think he would want to use it just because well, maybe not, because the restaurant was popular, but it wasn't doing good business. So maybe he would want to start over and get a different name altogether.
Yeah. I can see. Remember, he said he wanted a pizza place with Ace or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember that. And then I think, didn't he want to do something in reference to memorialize his mother also?
That would be interesting.
Yes, that would be something good. And I'm with Miss Katie. The way they treated Todd, I'm sorry if I'm married to a Jamaican man, and if his family members ever treated me a certain type of way, but the way they were treating Todd, they wouldn't have to worry about me. I would mess up the place and I would be gone because I'm not going to tolerate that. You don't have to like me, but you're going to respect me. And they didn't respect that man at all.
Well, I mean, to me, it seems like, he had whatever he needed to get this divorce quickly, though. Because Kandi did not want to go through a lengthy trial.
Look, he has something in his back pocket we still don't know about. I do believe they both had a conversation and sat down. I don't know if they did mediation or not, but both of them making the exact same figure. We know that was a complete scheme set up.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, is that from a joint account where she's paying him that figure?
It could be, because there is no way both of
because
them.
they blacked everything out, so we don't know where the financials is coming from or whatever. But it seems like it was a good deal for Todd. If he
No,
getting
yeah, Todd.
houses and cars and a lump sum cash payment, hell, I'd be
Yeah,
happy
Todd's
too.
walking away a happy man. And I was thinking about something else as you were reading it. He doesn't have to worry about his New Jersey home because he had bought that before her. So that was
Mhm.
his money. Well, that's his home. Like he didn't have to worry about that because you remember she didn't want him to keep it anyway.
But you saw the part where it said that they each have 90 days to get their names off of joint mortgages or whatever. So that gives me they had several properties together jointly.
Yeah, and not just the three that was showed up on the paperwork.
Uh-huh.
I think they did a lot of because what you read, there's some truth in that, and then like you said, there's a lot of stuff hidden, and the fact that they're both making the same amount of money, we both know that's a lie. That was some a scheme set up, and even the joint properties, it could be the one that you said he received,
Mhm.
and it could be some more out there, and well, the they could also be referring to the business properties also, even though they're
Yeah,
not their names, but they're rentals.
you're right. So
Child, listen, I'm happy for Todd. I'm happy for Kandi. She filed for divorce, so obviously that's what she wanted. I'm happy for both of them, but I'm happy that he got away because Todd's been miserable for a while. Like you said, on all those videos and the
did you see
landslide and the
when I
cliff.
talked about the children, they were saying that, Candy got what did she get? It was something that I found striking about the kids part
That
as
she paying
far
for
as
100% of the tuition, and then she has the medical insurance,
now it was the
not
thing
the
about
dental and
religion
stuff.
that got me. Hold on.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. I probably was dealing with a
I
patient.
might have skipped it. Let me find it. Religion. Here it is right here. It says the decision making split. The mother controls education and non-emergency medical, and father controls extracurricular activities and religion. I thought that was interesting.
Maybe because have you let's keep it a buck. Have we ever heard Candy talk about anything about religion, going to church or anything? Not an
No.
iota. So,
I mean, but we never seen Todd either, so I don't know. But I just found it interesting that they specified that he, can control whatever their religion is.
well, maybe he has more of a religious background versus her, and maybe he wants to raise them a certain way, or
Remember her father? It's either her father or her stepfather was a pastor.
stepfather's the pastor.
Yeah.
Oh, they're saying it's the father. I thought it was the stepfather because I thought the father was abusive and cheating on the mama. So did he become
Mm.
a pastor after that, or what? I guess that's never mind. I was about to say something not so nice.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
it's
I,
interesting.
yeah, it's very interesting, but I'm like I said, I'm happy for them because Ty been miserable for some years. All them Graham Squad videos and him sitting in there saying you can't keep your man underneath ball and chain and everything. Keep him chained up in the house like
Can't
a
keep your
dog.
man chained up like a dog. Yeah.
Ty has been unhappy for a minute and he's free now. He is free as a bird to do whatever it is she chooses to do. Keep doing the woman's that you were doing, whatever the case may be. It's they say Candy only made 22. So what does Don? I'm sorry.
Done one ain't making nothing. Done one out there trying to hustle too. Him and his
Listen,
boyfriend over there on social media selling T-shirts and stuff.
with anybody who believe that Candy is making 22 grand and so is Todd a month, y'all crazy because that's a lie set up by Todd, Mama Bertha, and Mama Joyce and everybody else. That is not the truth. Look,
Mm.
we don't know what she's making a month. And the only thing I would think, I don't even think Candy's worth $30 million. But if she is worth anything in the millions, I think it would be just from the writing of her of songs that she has written
Mhm.
to keep getting the royalties off of that. Other than that, I don't think Candy is worth all that. Because like you said before, if she was, why are you always chasing something? I understand you
And she
have
lost a significant amount of her income after Housewives. I mean, it is
exactly
just what it is.
that part. So you out there trying to recoup everything you lost from Housewives, and like, come on, do Do something passive income where you're not always running away from your kids, and it make you even think, did Kandi even want those kids? Because she stays away from those kids.
Well, we shall see. Well, I appreciate you, friend. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you, Michelle. Good night, squad. Good night, Michelle.
Good night, Nikki. Hold on, we got one more call, y'all. In the soul. Hello.
Hey, what's going on, Michelle? Love you. Looking great as always. Looking fabulous. I was gonna write down some stuff, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to come up here and say anything. This is Mona. I wasn't sure if I was gonna come here and say anything, but I'm gonna say something. I've met Kandi several times, and I think what I realized about Candy's always been gay. I'm telling you, this woman is really a gay woman. And there was a time I worked with her on a set. I was on the set. It was in New York City, and one of her friends, you know, we both gay. I'm gonna be 100% real with you. So, so she was really feeling me at first, and that's when she first got with Todd. And I was standing there, and she kept looking at me, and then I smiled at her. She smiled at me, but let me just kill it a little bit. The point is that she got like nervous in front of Todd. She said, "Could you move her over there?" And I said, "Move who?" And she said, "Could you move yourself over there?" I said, "No problem." You know what I mean? Because I was working on the set. I was part of the props, working with the cameras and stuff. And from that point on, I met her again in Atlanta. And I said, "She is so phony. This girl is gay as what?" And my friend is like short, light skinned, kind of Spanish looking, but she's black. And she was so liking my friend. She was liking both of us at the same time, but she was really like my friend. I'm really tall. I'm like 5'10" and a half, and I'm an athlete. So she was really like my friend. And people failed to realize that. I don't think she never really wanted to get married to Todd. I think she wanted to have this look of, marriage and being on the housewife and, having all this going on. But I think, to be honest with you, she never wanted to be married to Todd. I think Todd was just a waste of, Todd was good looking. It's just what I feel about her. I think she's just so phony to me. And I know a lot of people have not met her, but I've met her more than once. And I just find her to be really, exactly, this is who she is. And I think that if she's to stay this way, I think she'll be much more happy. I think she just wasted Todd's time, to be honest with you.
Wow.
And she's boring as hell,
Well, they
too,
had
by the
2
way.
children. It was not a waste. They had businesses. They had some successes.
They did. I mean, but you know what? Women who are confused will play the game because this is a Taurus. Taurus like to play games. She'll be back with a man, back with a woman.
Well, remember her and Portia was tonguing each other, and now Portia with a girl. So
Exactly. And I believe that Kandi may find herself a good, beautiful woman and settle down because she does like feminine girls, though. I'm a little bit too strong for her. She likes women a little bit feminine, but this industry is heavy into that. You know that, Michelle.
Yeah.
And it's cool. I don't tell people my business, but I'm just saying, I think that Kandi really do too much to be straight. I think she is a gay woman, and I think she's fighting it. And I think that now she realized maybe she really wants to be with a woman.
Now she can live in her truth.
I think so too. And I think Todd is free too. I like Todd. Todd is from New York. I'm from New York. And I think that.
So you go into her woman show?
No, not at all. Not at all. Now, I don't find Kandi. Candy's boring to me. She's just a really boring person. And I never found her to be any interest. I think that she's very talented, but I think that she's real boring. I just don't have time. I don't know. She's boring to me. You're more interested in watch than she is.
Oh, I appreciate that.
That's because she's phony, and I don't think people understand that. And I've been around her many times. Nene is so real. Love Nene. Love me some Nene. Been real. I met Sheree. Sheree is fake. I can't take Sheree either. I can't be around fake people. Yeah, Nene was always real to me. But once again, love the show. I don't want to hold it up. I'm called back in again. But yeah, you keep up the good work. You're doing such a fabulous job. And I think we should have way more subscribers than that. Even though this is your ATLien page, you got to get to that other page.
I'm on both of them. So, it is what it is. I stream from everywhere. Like, whoever finds me, finds me, honey.
Exactly. I'm looking at, because there's a delay, she looks so much happier here. She needs to be by herself, find herself a together beautiful woman, and call it a day. And I think that's where she's going to wind up being at.
Yeah.
But Michelle, I'm going to let you go. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah, Kandi does look a bit happy. Todd does too. Hold on. Hello, young royalty.
What's up, Michelle? How you doing?
Fine. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for going live, by the way. I was just scrolling through, catching up on all the tea, but this was pretty interesting. I'm
I
getting
had
the
a
vibe.
whole nother show planned, and then I'm like, oh Lord, I got these documents. Let me go ahead and talk about this.
Well, I'm glad you did because it's pretty interesting. But just to be clear, like I'm getting the vibe that you don't necessarily agree or think that the numbers that were posted are actually real as far as these divorce documents.
I believe there was some manipulation because they were quite aware that the public would be seeing them.
I agree
So
too. Uh-huh.
again, that's why they went in front of the judge and wanted it all sealed. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "No, I'm only gonna seal parts of it." And so, I mean, the parts that's out there, we talking about.
Boy, I know Phaedra can't wait to report the real numbers to the IRS for.
Not Phaedra gonna report her. He's so funny.
You know she's ready for some revenge now. But other part too, maybe I'm way left field, but I just be thinking about some other stuff. And I'm like looking at these numbers, I'm like, this can't be. And if it is, I'm just like, because I really stopped, I guess you could say liking Kandi after everything that went down with, Nene and the girls and Nene and Portia said Kandi threw them under the bus, as far as, things that they were trying to negotiate with Bravo
Mhm.
and, basically blocking their bags.
That's when I
To a
started
certain
looking at it
extent.
different too. When they start calling her Kandi Cruz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just wonder, like, what you think about that too, based on these alleged numbers. And I can't wait to hear what Nene
And
got
I
to
know
say about that.
Kandi manipulates the media. Did you not see how when Kandi didn't expect Todd to clap back when she filed the divorce, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Todd,
Mm-hmm.
remember, I came live and I said, we'll know if this is gonna be amicable when we get Todd's response. When we got Todd's response and he was gunning like, the prenup ain't even gonna be valid and I'm gonna dispute it and whatever all he was saying in the documents, I knew then that he got Kandi by the neck, you know. And so because they was going back and forth and because I feel like her attorney was outmatched, unfortunately, that's how I feel. And that, it was gonna be a long battle. Like and every single thing that Todd post filed, Kandi would respond just to like skew the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Because we
I
looked at the
noticed
court
that.
document.
Yeah.
She even said it to herself in that V103 interview. Like every single time I filed, the people was reading the court documents. Well, we're reading them because those are public records. That's what the closest we can get to the truth is what's in the court documents. Your side, his side, and our opinion of it. And so to me, it's like she didn't want people to read the court documents because then she loses control of what we know.
Yeah, and I think it probably would have been also maybe a little bit of public embarrassment because maybe those numbers ain't adding up to what she said she had to. And I have to assume that Todd knows or has a good idea what her finances are. And maybe she don't have that much liquid cash. And that's why they had to work this out the way they did. Because the way I looked at it, he is kind of like he almost said, well, give me, $500,000 cash and another $500,000 and
In
something like cars or
property, and
something. Give
he
me a
probably got more
million.
than $1 million in property. 'Cause,
Right.
the house is in North Atlanta from what I heard, and then, whatever else he may have gotten, and then the 6, 7 cars and a Sprinter van, like
Exactly. It was like they was trying to reach a certain number by adding the cars, and I'm like, oh, maybe she just
and
don't have
remember he wanted
liquid cash
the
like
house
that.
suite,
Mm-hmm.
and then he got the American you don't know how many, membership how many points he got on American Express, so they split that too.
Hey, I didn't
So
even know
all
that
of that
was
is
a
money.
thing until you what was that, Gail? What was that lady name?
Gail
Gail
Lewis.
was yeah, nah. When I heard about those points, I never even knew that was a thing. She ate his ass up.
Yes, I use my American Express for everything. I pay all my bills with my American Express, pay it at the end of the month, and then use my points for whatever I want to use them for flights, for upgrades, for everything. Them points is
It adds up. That was a lot of money that Gail got. But anyway, I was just shocked to see that and a little bit disappointed because first of all, you shouldn't be. I just feel like as Black Americans, we should be more supportive of each other. And damn, if you was gonna go against your own people to throw them under the bus to Bravo, at least get something, out of it.
I
Like,
mean, she
damn.
did. Remember her and Ty got the opportunity to do a show about racism. It's like, what? It didn't make sense to me, but it's like she was doing things that benefited her and her goals as opposed to them as a group. And
And
that's
I think she would have came out a whole lot better if she would have worked with Nene and the other women. And I think that they would have gotten a much larger bag
Mhm.
based on these numbers. I was like, damn, that's it.
You're right.
But anyway, thank you for sharing.
Well, thank you for calling in. Always a pleasure, friend.
Likewise, you have a good one.
All right, you too. Hold on. Everybody keeps sneaking in the back, child. This the last call for alcohol. Hello.
Hey, Michelle.
Hi.
How are you?
Wonderful. How are you?
Doing good. So, speaking on Kandi and Todd,
Okay.
I think that, remember, I think that something kind of got away from us that we don't really pay attention to. And this really should give us an idea of like how long their marriage was on breakdown. But besides the restaurants, Kandi and Todd, that first Broadway play that she did, wasn't he involved in the production with that?
Yes, the Othello.
Like, yes. And so it was just like then all of a sudden it was just Kandi on Broadway. Like, what happened to the team? Like you and Todd building this machine, like so that kind of dissipated in the background.
Mm.
And we didn't really get a story behind that. Like, was it a business breakdown? Like, were you working together too much? I mean, like, we just didn't get a real story behind that. And besides that, the only other thing that I really want to say is I think that I was kind of satisfied with the way that everything played out because at the end of the days, Kandi, she's never been a quote unquote like girl's girl. And so she stands in this area, like when it comes to like, I guess what a a traditional woman's virtue like might be. She stands in this area that is not traditional for especially Black women. And even like when she usually takes jaded opinions towards like things that are almost like pro women sometimes it seems like she just thinks like a man,
Mm.
almost like she thinks like she was trained to perceive the world like from a male's perspective. I'm not even going to say
And she
masculine,
probably was.
but
I mean,
it's
some
almost
women.
like she argues for men even when the argument has nothing to do with men, if you get what I'm saying.
Mhm.
And so even when old girl tried to tell her that Todd was always a come up, like he was always like attaching himself to people that were on the come up. And the way she grandstanded that girl then at that event and was just like proud to be the chosen come up then. And she thought that that spoke something to her. I think that's the same situation that Cardi B keep finding herself in.
Mm.
She thinks the thing that differentiates her from these other women, Offset's past women and Stefan Diggs' past women, is the fact that she's a rich woman, that she's a rich celebrity woman with something going for herself. And so she thinks that that should differentiate her. So I think, I don't know where that came from, but I think they just kind of share that. But that's all I wanted to say. That's why I don't really kind of feel bad for Candy because she's never been like from planet Venus. Like, if men are from Mars, then Candy was not from Venus. And that's all.
Okay. Well, thank you for your input, C. Y'all have been on it today. Listen, I appreciate each and every one of y'all from calling in tonight. It has been a doozy. For those of you who are just getting here, please watch the replay. We went through all of the settlement documents. I'll give y'all a little brief breakdown. Okay, overall, both parties waived alimony. No future claims allowed. Each person gets to keep their own property and assets. Um, each person gets to pay for their own insurance and medical bills. They get joint custody across the board, joint physical custody, joint legal custody. As far as the decision making split, the mother controls education and controls non-emergency medical. The father controls extracurricular activities and religion. It's interesting the father controls the extracurricular activities because Kandi said the Todd don't pay nothing. They don't even pay for their extracurricular activities. Anyway, I'm digressing. Equal parenting time, 50-50 split. Also in the child support addendum, due to equal custody and similar incomes, no one is paying child support. It says they both make $22,083 a month. The father makes $22,083 and the mother makes $22,083. That sounds like they getting a deposit from the trust every month. But who is me? I don't know. Apparently, they are earning the same amount of money. That's why child support equals zero. I don't know if Kandi is paying Todd that. Who is paying Todd $22,000 a month? Okay, and why they both getting the same amount? Okay. Um, the child support duration until the child turns 18. Mother will pay health insurance premiums. They both will split dental, vision, and 50-50 split on uncovered costs. The mother is covering insurance, but everything else they split down the middle. If they go to private school, which they probably will, mother will pay 100% of the tuition. So Kandi is paying everything. That's why to me, that's why there's no child support because Kandi paying everything. She's paying for the insurance, she's paying for the school, she's paying for everything. Anyway, they both split supplies, books, and required expenses 50-50. Translation, if the mother chooses private school, that means the bill is on her. Okay. Extracurriculars split 50-50. If they both say yes, they both pay. If one parent makes a decision without the other, that parent will be responsible for 100% of the cost. Let's see what else. Last but not least, divorce was finalized today. Well, yesterday. Well, today, March 24th. The divorce is officially final. The decree was issued. They structured it like a business deal. They also split their American Express membership points. They also split the Hawk suite that I was telling you about. Kandi said that Ty got to pay for this year, and next year he got to get his own. Ty got a whole bunch of cars. Hold on, how many cars they got? The wife kept the 2022 Bentley, the Cadillac Escalade, the Ford F-150, the Porsche Cayenne, and the 1963 Camaro. The husband keeps the Mercedes G-Wagon, the Porsche 911, the Range Rover, the Ford Bronco, the Lincoln, and the Sprinter van. So Todd made off about 7 vehicles. They also got real estate properties. Todd got some houses. That part was blacked out. That was the part that was redacted. Um, they actually have control of rental properties and things. And remember, I told y'all a few weeks ago that I had heard that Todd got a house. I don't know how much that house was worth, but Kandi gave Todd a house. Okay. It's also in the documents that they have 90 days if there are any liens or leases on the houses to release those liens or to get the other person's names off the mortgage. Sounds like Kandi either got to pay it off or she got to get her name off or his name off, all of that. They got a food truck that must be sold and the profit will be split 50-50. Let me see what else. Each keeps their own accounts, businesses, investments, and retirements. And yeah, I think I covered everything. So I actually went through all of the documents here earlier. So if you want to actually see the documents as I was talking about it, please watch the replay. So it's finally over, y'all. Okay, like I told y'all last week, it was not over. Oh, the money. I forgot to mention the money. The wife is to pay husband a total of $426,000, $388.77. Okay, 250,000. $250,000 is due immediately within 5 days of yesterday, and the remaining is due within 90 days. Okay. So Todd got a cash payout of nearly $500,000 in addition to like the 7 cars and the houses. Okay. And so it's interesting. So, Kandi said it wasn't true that he got 2 million, okay, but he did get a whole bunch of millions worth of stuff. Okay. So add all them cars together, the Porsche 911 and the G-Wagon and the this and the that. Those, I mean, if they pay for those are pretty pennies. So, the membership points could be worth a lot. The Hawk Suite, all of that stuff. So there's that. You said cars depreciate. They do. Some of them appreciate. Kandi kept the 1963 Camaro. So that's probably worth a lot of money. Okay. And I don't know whose car it was at first, but Kandi said you can't have it. Okay. Um he said, sounds like over a meal to me. Me too, C. Patterson, especially the houses, especially the part that they won't redacted. Okay, remember I told you Kandi was hiding something. They was waiting. They wanted it all still, but it is what it is. So y'all let me know, in the chat if you're watching the replay, if you think this is a win or a loss, because some of y'all saying Kandi won, Todd won. At the end of the day, this is a family that has broken up. As long as the kids are well taken care of and everybody has a roof over their head, it seems like everything is okay. It seems pretty amicable as far as we can see from the outside looking in. And yeah, hype this video if you're watching the replay. Like this video if you're watching the replay. Join me over on Patreon, and I will actually post the documents over on Patreon. And I will see you guys in the next video. Good night, squad.
Go to sleep. It's late in Atlanta. Good night.